Alright folks, I'm back on trail, and this time I'm at Big Snowbird Wilderness in Nantahala National Forest, as you see behind me. Gonna do a overnight trip here with my good friend Hank. You've seen him in previous videos, and we're heading out on the Snowbird Creek Trail, and we're gonna go up and camp at one of the waterfalls, so check it out. It's gonna be a great trip. Just a little obstruction across the trail, but this one's not a big deal. Can easily get around it. Got a mile and a half in here. There you go, not too bad. Storms always bring them down though. And you get a lot of storms in the summertime in the North Carolina mountains.
Whew.
Refreshing, huh, Hank?
That's the reason I brought this.
Yeah.
I wanted it tied around my neck.
It's a good idea this time of year.
Yeah.
All right. Come upon Moonshine Mobile. This car probably dates to the 1930s or maybe even older. Looks like they probably came out here and up to some no good. Ended up stranded. Either way, it's a pretty cool find. You never know what you're going to find out here in these North Carolina mountains. The first creek crossing. This one's not as bad as the ones we're going to be going over here in a little bit. Hank's just going to wade right in it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna rock hop it. Albeit, Hank, there's a bridge over there. There's a bridge to the left.
Oh well.
You're too late now. I think I'm gonna take the path of least resistance. All right, taking the bridge across so I don't get my feet wet. Because I'm gonna try and keep that from happening, because when we get to the campsite, I might press on while Hank waits for me. And I don't want to get blisters if my feet are wet. So, I'll make my way across this bridge here. Hank makes his way under the dead fall. This is the third fallen timbers we've encountered now. He's taller than me, so he's got to stoop down on his knees. I just had to bend down a little bit.
Okay.
You good?
Oh yeah.
Hank, about to head down to Sassafras Falls.
Let's do it.
You lead the way, buddy. All right, Hank, we made it. What do you think?
Well worth
Hell yeah.
it. Well worth
I'm glad we're on the same page. All right, I had to come down and check out Big Falls while Hank pressed on ahead to the campsite near Middle Falls. So I'm going to catch up to him once I leave here. There's like 14 creek crossings there. But this is a pretty beautiful waterfall down a sketchy side path, so exercise extreme caution when doing something like this, especially solo. giving myself my own advice, because it can be dangerous, especially when you're talking about slippery rocks here, which I did it 2 years ago, but I did slip over here. I shouldn't be admitting this, but I did slip over here in the moss. So, word of warning, avoid moss at all costs. That up ahead is the upper falls, which you could see from above on the trail. Oh no, it's not real tall, but it's still beautiful. Had to walk up the creek a bit. Wouldn't recommend that either when you're solo. But I scaled that rock wall. Don't do what I do. Do what I say, and I say don't do it unless you have somebody with you. It's not my first time doing it. I've done it many of times, but I probably shouldn't because I am solo. Hank's further out, so if something were to happen. Anyway, enough said. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna head back now. Unless this is new, I must have missed this bridge last time I was here 2 years ago, because I don't remember it. It is a nice looking bridge though. So I'm going across. I believe I waded the river down here. So anyway, I'm gonna keep my feet dry this time. This is what I remember from the map, and I conveniently forgot it. But upon seeing the sign, I remembered that Middle Falls Trail will avoid all those creek crossings, and it's actually 0.2 of a mile less than Big Snowbird Trail, but they both take you to Middle Falls. So this is the way I'm going, straight ahead, and hopefully Hank had the same idea when he saw it. I just couldn't remember, so when I told him to press on while I went and saw Big Falls, hopefully he saw the sign. Either way, I'm gonna find out. All right, folks, I found him. He was climbing that hill, and I was hoping that he saw the sign, which he did, but he didn't pay it any attention. And I know Hank too well. I know that he's not a big fan of big climbs, so he decided to come back down and walk along the creek, which is the easier path. Just a little longer, but much easier. Just a lot of creek crossings straight down there. And we might come back here to camp. We're gonna check out Middle Falls and make our decision. This is creek crossing number 2. Hank's getting cooled off after some of those climbs there. Coming up from Sassafras Falls and that steep hill climb. All right, everybody, we made it to camp here on the creek. And it's a nice campsite, which I'll show you around in a bit here. I'm gonna be eating some lunch for dinner. Some wild Zora foods, quinoa meal, harvest beef. So I don't know if I've tried this one, but I've had this meal since I went to Colorado 2 years ago. Got it at an REI. and eager to try it out. It's only got 400 calories, so not a lot, which is why I might have my second meal, because I am pretty hungry. And we did about 8.5 miles. Whoop, that's not it. That's my breakfast. So I might have my my Mountain House chicken and mashed potatoes. Never had that one before, so that looked pretty good to me. So if I'm still hungry after eating lunch for dinner, I'm gonna eat that as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd show you the campsite here before we settle in for the night. It's still early. It's not even 6 o'clock, but we got here early too, so we're just gonna enjoy the evening. There's my tent right there. And Hank's got the same tent. The Big Agnes Tiger Wall ultralight one-person tent. Both got them around the same time too. We're copycats of each other. Twins. Here he's got his pack hanging up. My pack's over there. Just got done eating, so I'm gonna put things away, get the campsite ready for a good evening with no bear activity, because keep the food away from where you sleep. Even though we are kind of eating close to where we sleep, but we weren't careless with it, so we are going to put the food away and not have any incidents. So I'm laying here without a shirt. Next thing you know, it started raining faster and harder. So I'm just grateful it didn't happen when it was dark and we were already asleep. But hopefully it'll stop. Just be a light rain. All right, just took the tent down. You see the nice dry spot from where it rained around me, and the tent kept the ground dry. So we woke up at 5 in the morning and started getting that stuff taken down. There's a little night light on the trekking pole, and I'm gonna head over here to the bear bag, my bear hang. Take that down, maybe get a little something to eat. Hit the trail. We have about 3.5 miles to get back to the car down Snowbird Creek. It's a little stealth spot over here somebody could have gotten. Where did I put it at? It's over here. Kind of like a maze in here. Rained for a good hour and a half last night or so. There it is. All right, I'm gonna take that down and head back to camp, get my morning coffee and a little oatmeal, and hit the trail. All right, just had breakfast. Just had a bar and some pre-workout. Hitting the trail at 6 a.m. See, there's the crack of dawn. Hank's up ahead at the bridge. There's Hank down there. Give you a look at the early morning walk across the bridge. Here's a beautiful spot above the creek. Really nice bridge too, one of the nicest I've seen. Another look back. All right, everybody, this hike comes to a close. I want to say it was great. I would have backpacked it 2 years ago. It ended up being a day hike then. That squatters, moonshiners, outlaw camp that I found back there, you'd have to refer back to the video to know what I'm talking about. That put me on edge. So this time I brought my buddy with me and wasn't any issues. Everybody out here was really good. And actually we didn't have any company because people were leaving as we were coming yesterday, Sunday through Monday, after the holiday weekend. But it was a great trip and definitely do it again. So thanks for watching. See you next time.